is a presentation of Magnitude Sports.
And now, the cameras are ready. The headset is on. It's game time.
All right, welcome to Jim Goda Stadium as they're going to bring the teams out onto the field. Our PA announcer will have the opening or the starting lineups for you here in just a moment or two. And matter of fact, we'll turn it over to our PA announcer right now, and we'll tell you a little bit of the story why we're on a little late here in just a moment. All right, welcome this evening to Jim Goda Stadium for the final home game for the Dakota Fusion hosting the Duluth FC Bluegreens. We'll start with the starting lineups for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Duluth FC Bluegreens. Starting in net today, number 1 goalie, Brendan Daly. Also, your other starters on the field include number 3, Jake Starling. Number 4, Liam Condone. Number 5, Alexander Pike. Number 9, Sydney Warden. Number 14, James Westfield. Number 17, Keegan Chasty. Number 18, Caleb Tammy. Number 19, Dylan Sumner. Number 21, Aiden Hill. And number 26, Scott Wilson. Duluth FC Bluegreens are coached by assistant coaches Ben Cullen, Craig Chudley, and Greg Gilmore, and their head coach is Corey Bullheller. And their manager is Sean Morgan. Now for the home team, Dakota Fusion. Starting in goal is Mateus Bright, number 00. Your other starters include number 3, Daniel Diaz. Number 4, Diego Adachi. Number 6, Noah Runsvold. Number 7, Samuel Coxon. Number 8, Abbas Ajabadi. Number 15, Hussein Selik. Number 16, Jack Pasco. Number 24, Aaron Pike. Number 26, Haruki Yamazaki. Number 30, Jacob Grossvenner. The Fusion are coached by assistant coach Samuel Winning and head coach John Melendez, and the team administrator is Jacob Anderson. Good luck to both teams in this contest, and now if you're able to please stand and rise as we play the national anthem. All right, once again, good luck to both teams in the contest, and let's get ready to play some soccer. All right, welcome back here as we are ready to go almost here with this matchup here between the Duluth FC Bluegreens and Dakota Fusion. As our PA announcer, a.k.a. myself, said, it's the final home game of the year here for the Dakota Fusion as the Bluegreens are having a little bit of fun warming up, or at least it looks like they're having fun. I don't know. I'd have to ask the players that. But thanks for those commenting, and I know you had to wait a little bit to start this game, but the women's game didn't get started till about maybe 5:10 as the Fargo Invaders football game that started at 2 o'clock actually got finished up at about 4:55. So they were able to get the women's game started shortly after 5, and that was the reason that the men's game was delayed until about 7:15ish or whenever we went on the air. So that is the reasoning here for the late start. But we thank you for being patient. And once again, whether you're cheering for the Duluth Bluegreens or you're cheering for the Dakota Fusion, we hope that you enjoy the broadcast here, as we'll be neutrally equal to both teams. And that is one. And for Jason Leno, if I'm saying that correctly, that is why it was taking so long. And we certainly appreciate you tuning in and keeping things interesting here, as it has been a very interesting day. We're a little bit short-staffed here as one second here. And now this +6 works for stoppage time, so we'll get the that taken off your scoreboard here in just a moment. For whatever reason, the stoppage time wasn't working in the women's game, so not exactly sure what the deal was with that, but there we go. Now I got it off there. I was kind of wondering how I got it off there, so apologize for the camera as I was trying to fix that there, but and we'll zoom in just a little bit here. I don't need to be that far out. There we go. All right, so sign up for the corner kick here is the Bluegreens. That's immediately headed out there, but it's controlled momentarily here by Aiden Hill for Duluth. And now a couple passes later, they'll work it over to the far side, looking for that centering pass, and it tried to tip in off the foot of Westfield there, but a nice save by Mateus Bright. Mateus Bright was actually nominated for the NPSL Team of the Month. He didn't get the goaltender winner, but he was nominated for it, and I know he had a handful of votes, and he was primarily selected for a save that he made against, I'm drawing a blank on the team that they were playing. I believe it was, I can't remember who they were playing, but he made a penalty kick save, which ended up winning the game for the Dakota Fusion. And I wanted to say their lone win, but they won against Sioux Falls a couple days ago. So they have a couple wins on the season now, while Duluth is, I believe, 7-3-0 on the year so far. So 7 wins, 3 ties, and no losses up to this point here for Duluth. So should be a pretty good matchup here, as the Dakota Fusion season started out a little bit slow.
but with every game they've improved here, and they've put up some fantastic performances against some really good teams here in the North Division of the NPSL. And that one's into the back of the net. It's 1-0 here for Duluth. Just as I say that, the Bluegreens score. And it appears to be Keegan Chaseley who scored the goal. So 1-0 here in the 4th minute of play as Duluth gets on the board.
Blue-green goal scored by number 17, Keegan Chasty.
As Chasty has it again. And now they'll try and center it, head it up there and touched up in the middle defense, middle of the defense there by Haruki Yamazaki. And Hussein Selleck was right next to him. He'll go out of bounds, and ball boy will get the ball back to Fusion goalie Mateus Bright. Now that I think back, I think it was against LC Harris, because I remember that was the game that Eric had to do solo like I'm doing today because I wasn't available, like Eric isn't available today. And usually the two of us pair up for these Dakota Fusion games, but last couple of weeks have been crazy. We've done broadcasts from North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, Kansas, Nebraska, and almost made it to Montana, Williston, North Dakota, just a couple minutes outside of the Montana border. So, and now we'll have some contact on the far side there, and it'll be a free kick. It appears to be a free kick for the Fusion. He'll send it across there. It'll be chested down by Adachi. And now throwing here for Duluth. And a little contact there as the player that was intended to go to fell down / push down, one of the two, as Selleck will head it back. And now the Fusion will try and control it along the near sideline here on the foot of, that's Diaz. And Diaz will have that one taken away. Now Duluth will bring it back, center it in to the near sideline, middle of the field. Through ball is taken away there and momentarily by Grossvenner. He'll drop it back to Bright. And Bright will switch fields over to the far side. And now the Fusion will send the ball up. Closest Fusion player to it, there's Aaron Pike wearing the captain's armband at the moment. And that will be Brendan Daly who will race up, and he'll punch it off to the side here for his teammate. And they'll work it up to the near sideline to Jake Starling. And Selleck will head it back up. Near handball, as you can probably see on the side. Well, maybe you couldn't on the camera, but the coach for the Bluegreens put his hand up saying he wanted a handball call. He didn't get it. And from my vantage point, as you heard my voice inflect on it, it certainly looked like a possibility there. As Selleck will boot it back in. Now it's contained there by Caleb Tammy, and now will be sent up. And Tammy will race after it. He'll be defended there by Grossvenner. Tammy will get around, tried to put the shot on, but it was deflected. Now it comes back out about 30 yards out from the goal as they'll drop it back to Starling. Starling will send it across the field as they switch sides of the field there, and now they'll try and send it back in. Tried to control it on top of the goal line there, or the goal box, I should say. And now they'll center it back in. Nice header defense back out by the Fusion, and now a loose ball up by midfield collected by the Bluegreens as they work it back outside here to Starling. Starling will get it back after a quick pass away. Now he'll survey and send it in, and it's collected there by his teammate. And now they'll send it back up where it's headed out there. I believe that's Selleck, and it was. And now racing over to the far side, the man on, Samuel Coxon, trying to defend there. And they'll get back near side here to Starling. Starling will drop it back beyond midfield there onto the foot of number 20. I think that was number 25, and if it is, it's not on my roster. No, it's number 26, Scott Wilson. The 6 looked like a 5 there, so. They'll drop it back to their goalie once again. That's Daly. And now Selleck will touch up on it just beyond midfield. He'll swing it near side here onto the foot of Diaz, and Diaz will see it go out of bounds, and that'll be a Bluegreens throw-in. And he'll get around the defender, and now he might have a chance here. He has a tough angle, and it's defended well as it's booted out of bounds to the far sideline, and that'll be a Bluegreens throw-in. So some nice pressure on offense here by the Bluegreens so far in this one. So Mateus Bright will set it up for the goal kick here for the Fusion. Still scoreless. Or no, check that. It's 1-0, excuse me, in favor of Duluth. My apologies. Keegan Chasty scoring the goal for the Bluegreens here to give them the 1-0 lead. Here as we approach there, as we enter into the 12th minute of play here at Jim Goda Stadium. He'll come back here onto the foot of the goal scorer, Chasty. And now the Duluth will work it over to the far side. And they'll send it back into the middle, looking for an opportunity. Puts the shot on, and Mateus Bright will dive to his left to make the save. And that'll be a shot. And they'll come all the way back here to Daly. The ball will squirt loose, and the only one there is Bright to make the play as he'll set it up on the goal kick here. I want to say hi to Corey watching. Says, let's go Duluth. And we certainly wish both the teams best of luck here on Magnitude Sports as Bright will boot that one away, and Duluth will control it just beyond midfield. And now Selleck will control it, and he'll pass it up to Diaz. Oops, I lost the ball there for a moment as Selleck got the ball back. He'll go out of bounds here for a Duluth throw-in. Nice job there as Adachi looks to send it up, and he will. Up to the far sideline. We're going to make an adjustment on our camera here, so our new camera person, when it comes to soccer anyway, can have the easiest time possible without covering up any of the players with the scoreboard and all that cool stuff that we don't want to happen. Or I should say uncool stuff if it does happen. Mateus Bright will watch that one go to his right and to the right side of the goal as well. So we're just going to do a quick scan down the field here really quick. Okay, looks like our scoreboard's good. So hopefully I'm going to step to the side, let our camera person take control of it again. And nice job there by Aaron Pike as he'll circle around. And I believe that might be Adachi on the far side who sends it in. Headed away nicely there by Wilson. And it's picked up by Pike once again on the far side. He'll bounce it back as the defenders or the midfielders come up. Now they'll drop it back to Selleck. Selleck gets it back to Grossvenner. That one was tapped away. Selleck there to recover. Selleck will get it back to, can't see who that is off the top of my head. I believe that's Abbas Ajabadi, and it is. Number 8 for the Fusion. As Duluth will work it on the far side, they tap it in there onto the foot of Dylan Sumner. And Sumner will have that pass come out to the near sideline here towards Starling. Starling will work it up the near sideline. He'll get the ball right back after passing it away. And now they'll switch it back to the other side of the field there via the foot of the goal scorer, Chasty, number 17. And now Duluth will work it up on the far sideline. Hard to see the Duluth numbers on the far sideline, but other than that, everything is golden as far as being able to see the jersey numbers. So the beauty about soccer is in the second half, those far players will be on the near side, and then I'll know who the near side players are when they go to the far side. So bear with me through the first half if you wouldn't mind. And nice job there by Holtz to keep it alive momentarily before the Fusion get it back. Or check that, I was looking at the wrong roster. That was actually Caleb Tammy, number 18 for Duluth. Headed up there by Aiden Hill. And dropping it back to the goalie there is Starling. Starling back to Daly, and Daly will send it to the far side, and it'll go out of bounds. Last touch there by Liam Condone. Once again, if you are commenting on our YouTube channel, I won't get them all as I try and stay focused on the broadcast, but I'll take a peek at them occasionally and make sure that we are good to go. So do my best to acknowledge everybody who wants to be acknowledged. We have another game on Magnitude right now as well. Post 400 Astros taking on Excelsior in the West Fargo Invite Baseball Tournament at Starry and Bank Field in South Fargo. Right now, the Post 400 Astros have a 4-2 lead as that game moves into the top of the 6th inning. And we'll keep you posted on that game as more scores come into us. And nice job there by Ajabadi. And now Pike has it, and now it's poked away from Pike, and Duluth will control it. Duluth will switch fields, send it over to the far side, and try and work it up here, setting up some offense potentially there, but the Fusion back quickly, and a nice little slide tackle there by Selleck, and he got all ball on that one, or at least I believe he did. And it appears to be a corner kick, and that was the hand signal argument there. At least maybe it wasn't a corner kick. Not sure where it went out of bounds at. After the side tackle from Selleck, all I saw was the ball deflect. I didn't see who it went off of, or if it went on the sideline or over the end line. So my bad there, I guess, for not paying attention. Well, Selleck will boot it out from the back end of the field, and so race for it down the near sideline. Approaching was Coxon for the Fusion, and Coxon will circle around towards the goalies. He flips it over to the far side to the foot of Liam Condon, and now they'll switch it back near side here to Scott Wilson. And Wilson will send it up, and it'll land out of bounds for a Fusion throw-in, and Selleck quickly to grab it. And Selleck will toss it in there, and it is grabbed by, I missed who grabbed it, but now Duluth gets it back. They'll work it onto the racing foot there of Caleb Tammy. Tammy, centering pass, and a near opportunity there is taken away by the Fusion defense. And now the Fusion will try and control it as they get the ball up to midfield there. Aaron Pike swings it over there to Jacob Pasco, and now Adachi has it. Adachi with one man on, one man behind him. Adachi will pass it to Coxon. Coxon will center it in the direction of Pike, but headed away there by the Duluth defense. And now a shot that'll go a little bit wide right. So some good offensive push on that particular series down the field there by the Dakota Fusion. Now be touched out of bounds there by Coxon for a Duluth throw-in. Once again, I want to say, thanks to, I didn't get his name, I should have, but he's the streamer for Duluth who helped me out with one, the starting lineups, and two, with some of the name pronunciations for Duluth. So certainly appreciate his assistance, as it's been an overwhelming day to say the least, but we still have a smile on our face and a positive outlook on everything. And I think what I'm going to take away from today's 3 baseball games and 2 soccer games is I'm going to get home, maybe eat some spaghetti, and say I did it. And I did it with a 90% success rate. Maybe I could have done something better, but I'll give myself credit, and I won't be too over embellishing and say that I did it perfectly, because I know that I didn't. But I'm gonna go ahead and give myself 90% success rate here. We're only in the first half of the men's game. I had a little bit of technical issues during the women's game, and I believe a handball is called here. Once again, if the ball hits any part of the arm, it's a handball, and a little bit of argument over that, but the argument will be settled quickly, and Selleck will start play again here for the Fusion. So once again, a 1-0 lead here for Duluth. The goal scored by Keegan Chasty. And now Selleck will pick it up. Selleck flips it to the near side here onto the foot of Diaz. Diaz will send it in the direction of Aaron Pike. Aaron Pike challenged by Condon. And Pike and Condon still battling on the far side. A couple other players enter. One of them there is James Westfield for the Duluth. I couldn't see who the Fusion player was. And an opportunity inside the 18 there goes sour for the Dakota Fusion, and Duluth will bring it back out. As Duluth able to reach it up to midfield, and that's where the Fusion will take it away, and then it's deflected out of bounds for a Fusion throw-in on the far sideline there. So once again, 23rd minute of play in a 1-0 lead for Duluth, thanks to the foot of Keegan Chasty. If you missed the women's game, Salvo defeated Dakota Fusion by the score of 9-1. And that actually sets a record for the most goals scored by a soccer team on Magnitude Sports. And we've done about 1,500 broadcasts, and we're just shy of it at the moment. Still have about 20 broadcasts to go before we get to the 1,500 mark, but I'm confident we'll get there. But yeah, that sets a record for the most goals scored by any soccer team on a Magnitude Sports soccer broadcast. A previous record was held by West Fargo Cheyenne in high school soccer, with an 8-0 win over Fargo North. So the Salvo women's team also ties the first place record for the biggest goal differential of 8. And they couldn't quite get double digits to take the true command in that, but we'll update our website accordingly here a little bit later this evening to reflect that. And it's our first record change featuring a non-high school team, so pretty pumped up about that. A little hand contact there, and the whistle will blow, and Grossvenner will be like, "Are you sure about that?" And the referee's like, "I'm absolutely sure." Better be careful. I'll pull out a card the same color as my shirt, so, or maybe the same color as your shirt, depending on how upset the official is. So. Duluth will send it back here. That is Westfield, number 14. And now it goes inside, and the shot comes off the back of, I believe, if that was number 16, that was Mikhail Devlin. I didn't see any substitution. Maybe I saw the jersey number there, but... And I want to saved by Bright. Out of bounds will be, I believe, a corner kick. I looked down for a second, so I didn't actually see it go out of bounds, but I have a suspicion it's a corner kick. And that does appear to be the case there, as they'll go out to the far side to set up the corner kick. That will be number 19, and that is, let me look at my roster here, Dylan Sumner. So Sumner will send it in, and it'll just go to the other side of the field and out for a throw-in. So the Fusion will get a throw-in here after the corner kick was unsuccessful. And that's really about the only way a corner kick could be unsuccessful. As long as you get a play on it, even if you don't score a goal, as long as you get a play on it, you could consider it a successful corner kick. But no play on it there. That one just went right out of bounds, and nobody was able to touch it, and it crossed the face of the goal and out to the near sideline. Starling will touch up on it now, and now coming in for it there is Westfield. Aiden Hill has the ball now. He'll drop it back, and now they'll try and switch fields, but the pass was deflected there off the foot of Samuel Coxon for the Fusion. And they'll drop it back, and the Fusion defense will try and set something up here. They'll switch fields here to Selleck. Selleck will tap it forward here to Diaz. Diaz will work it up, and that's Aaron Pike who's trying to stay on side, and he will do so successfully. And now he'll send the centering pass, and he'll get the ball right back. And now he's surveying the field here, and he sends it into the middle, and I think Abbas Ajabadi there wasn't expecting him to do that, as he didn't get charged up on the field in time, and Duluth was able to take it away as a result. And now battle for the ball around midfield, with Duluth having the possession here at the moment. And Duluth keeping the possession, and some nice movement there by the goal scorer, Chasty, to keep possession for Duluth. As they'll drop it back all the way to Daly, the goalie here for the Duluth Bluegreens. And now the Bluegreens will try and work it upfield once again. They will advance the ball forward there, and nothing but yellow jerseys alongside Mateus Bright in the bright green jersey. Say that 3 times fast. Mateus Bright in the bright green jersey. Bright and bright. No pun intended there. Now whistle on a contact, and that will be a free kick here for Duluth. So Duluth will get the ball started again here, and it'll be Starling touching up on it, sending it back into the center, and they try to work it forward there. Pass intended for Sidney Warren, but the Fusion take it away. And now looking for the offsides, and he will get it as Pike was about 2 yards in front of that final defender, and that will draw the flag. And now Starling, after passing the ball, gets it back and nearly deflected away there by Diaz. Duluth able to control it. They'll send it up. Selleck chasing after it there, and right behind him is Sidney Warden. That'll go out of bounds, and that will be a goal kick here for Bright and the Fusion. The team of the month was released earlier today. I saw it on Twitter. And Mateus Bright, the goalie for Dakota Fusion, was nominated to be on that team of the month. He didn't get selected, but he was nominated. And I without pulling it up, I believe there might have been a Duluth player on that team, but I can't recall from memory. I'd have to pull it up to be sure. But I did see a couple players from the North Division on the on that roster. I think one of them was from Minneapolis City, who's had a pretty successful season this year, to go alongside a few other successful seasons over the past few years here. But Duluth FC, Med City, Minneapolis City, some of the top teams in the North Division. And you got teams like Sioux Falls and Aris, and even though the Dakota Fusion only have 2 wins on the year, they're still a pretty darn good soccer team, and they're just playing some high-level competition, and they're really stepping it up too. As you know, if this game would have been played like a month and a half ago when the season started, then it's possible that Duluth would be up 3-4-0 right now. But the defense for the Fusion has just gotten better game after game after game, and it's always been a little bit better than the game they played previously. And like I said, they picked up their 2nd win of the year down on the road in Sioux Falls against the Thunder just a couple of days ago. I believe they won that one pretty convincingly too. We have the final score on my Twitter feed, but I don't have access to my Twitter at the moment, so I won't relay what I think that final score is, just in case I'm wrong. Here's an opportunity. Diaz, and a nice save by Daly. Got his left foot on that one to keep it out, and that was all one-on-one between Diaz and Daly. And a near opportunity to tie the game up there for Diaz. As coming back, it's Selleck, and he'll put it on the foot of Diaz off the header, and Diaz will drop it back to Bright. Challenging there. Ooh, and it's going to go on the goal, and challenging was Sidney Warden for Duluth, and he scores to make it 2-0. And Bright is down, and the official's going to come in, and we'll see if they put the goal on or not. Yes, it will be a goal. That is official now, so.
Duluth goal scored by number 9, Sydney Warden.
As Bright will stretch out his leg there, and Bright not immune to injury over the last few games, as we were talking earlier there on the when he was nominated for the team of the month in that game against LCRS. He saved that penalty kick, and I don't know, and nobody knows how he did it, but he did it, and that's what made it so remarkable. But one of the other players for LCRS came charging in on that penalty kick in hopes for a potential rebound opportunity, and ended up putting the front sole of his shoe right onto the forehead of Mateus Bright. He ended up getting a red card for that incident. But it's good to see that nothing serious came from that incident. And speaking of yellow cards, red cards, Diego Valet for the Dakota Fusion got a yellow card / red card suspension in their last game. So he's out for the final home game, but they'll see him again as they have a couple more games on the road yet to complete here before the regular season comes to a conclusion. That's Noah Runsveld into the lineup. He probably was always into the lineup. He's a starter. I just haven't had a chance to call his name yet here today, so. So now down 2-0, and the Fusion nearly had a chance to tie it at 1-1, and now they are down 2, and we are already into the 34th minute of the first half, or the 35th minute of the first half, about to approach the 36th minute. So they still got a half of soccer plus another 10, give or take about 1 or 2 minutes of stoppage time possibly coming up here. And out of bounds, and a throw-in here, or throw-in or a free kick? It will be a throw-in. It looks like Adachi will take the toss on the throw-in. Dachi will toss it in. It was intended for Pike, but some nice defense there, and Duluth was able to take it away. Once again, a little hard to see those Duluth numbers when they're on the far side, but we'll do the best we can. That much I can promise you. And now the Fusion will drop it back. Selleck will touch up on it, bring it back over midfield here, and now he tried to pass it in, but getting a foot on it there was the goal scorer, Chasty, and now Diaz will not be able to control it as he'll go off his foot out of bounds for a Duluth throw-in. So we're into the 36th minute now. Diaz comes in and goes over the head of Pike. Now it's popped up, and it'll be headed out there by the Duluth defense in the direction of Aiden Hill for the Bluegreens. Popped away momentarily, and now the Duluth will bring it up the far sideline. Sent in, Grossfenner will get a foot on it and give it back to the Fusion as they'll try and control it. Runsveld touch-ups on it just shy of midfield. Tried to get it into the, I wanted to say into the hands, but I should say into the feet of Daniel Diaz. And a little trip up there just at midfield, and we did get that on camera, and it'll just be a minor infraction. So So this free kick will be set up about approximately 57 yards away from the net. And they'll tap it onto the foot of Runsville. Runsville will try and send it forward. It was ricocheted off either Pike or Pike's defender, and I believe his defender was Dylan Sumner, if I can identify the jersey number correctly from this far away. And some nice moves there shown by Aiden Hill to keep possession for Duluth. Coming at halftime, we'll give you a recap of the first half, and we'll check in on our YouTube chat. If you'd like us to say hi to you, say something, and we'll say hi to you at halftime. That'll be part of our halftime festivities here on Magnitude Sports. So, and once again, whether you're cheering for the Fusion or cheering for the Bluegreens, we're glad that you've tuned in. We hope that you are both enjoying the broadcast equally, with the exception of the Fusion score. If you're a Fusion fan, then you're allowed to enjoy it a little bit less, I guess, is the best way to put it. But still a lot of soccer to be played, and that could turn around here. We'll see what happens over the course of the next 7 minutes or so. Ball reaches midfield once again. Now it's touched up by both teams, and both teams with neither clear possession until right now. Aaron Pike races up. He was onside, but Daly, the goalie for the Bluegreens, was able to get there first in that one-on-one race between Brendan Daly and Aaron Pike. And that ball will be popped out of bounds, and there'll be a Fusion throw-in. So once again, approaching halftime here, as we're about 4.5 minutes plus stoppage time away from the halftime whistle. And that whistle will be will result in a free kick here for Duluth. Once again, in case you're wondering, we are short-staffed today, so we're doing everything possible that we can. We are running our equipment, which includes a laptop, camera, and scoreboard. And we are running the field equipment, which includes the clock and scoreboard on the field, in addition to the clock and scoreboard you see on your television screen at home. So we are doing the best we can to keep up with all the play-by-play action here, as well as run the equipment successfully to provide you a quality broadcast. So certainly appreciate your patience, and hope you understand any minor glitches that may occur during the broadcast here. Selleck will send it up, and they'll battle for it, and the Fusion will come away with it there as Aaron Pike will drop it back to his teammate there. That's Haruki Yamazaki. I like saying that name because it sounds cool when I say it. I'm sure it sounds cool when someone else says it too, but the fact that I can pronounce it correctly and have it roll off my tongue with no problem is what makes me smile. So that'll be a shot there for the Fusion. That'll go a little bit high and wide. Update from Starion Bank Field. Excelsior has taken the lead 5-4 over the Post 400 Astros. That one in the top of the seventh, so the Astros will have a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the seventh here. And right now it's 5-4 in favor of Excelsior. That game also live here on Magnitude Sports. So So Daly will boot it up about midfield and out of bounds, and it'll be a toss in for Duluth as Dylan Sumner will take, well, maybe he won't take the toss. It'll actually be Jake Starling, and now a whistle. As I believe the throw-in had to occur a little bit further up the field. I believe that's what the whistle was for. And now we'll come back to about midfield here. Once again, Eric Tiansen, who normally tag teams with me on these broadcasts, had to go to Minneapolis today for a family wedding. Matter of fact, I believe it might be his brother getting married to the sister of the Fargo Davies basketball assistant coach, because that's how I met Eric, was through our broadcast of Fargo Davies basketball, and the assistant coach introduced me to Eric, and he said, hey, my daughter's marrying his brother, or something like that, or maybe it's his sister marrying his brother. So and now, long story short, fast forward about 8 or 9 months later, there's a handball, an obvious handball there. Fast forward about 8 or 9 months later, we have a Dakota Fusion soccer game on the same day as that wedding, and Eric can't join us for the broadcast today. So I'm here solo with the assistance of Janice, who has done mostly baseball and softball and basketball games for us, but she has never done a soccer game before, and she's been doing a pretty good job on her first soccer game here for the Dakota Fusion. So we thank her for her efforts, and once again, it's her first game operating camera and scoreboard. So if there are any glitches, we ask you to please be patient and understand, and when I notice it, I will correct it if it needs to be corrected. So. So we are officially into stoppage time here. I'm getting a notification of 3 minutes. So, but with the beauty of stoppage time is, if they tell us 3 minutes, it could go 1 minute or it could go 9 minutes, and it's just whenever the whistle blows. But we were given the indication that it was +3 on the. We got to make a correction to the clock on the field here. So, barring a goal, my voice is going to go absence here for just a moment. All right, and that whistle will conclude the first half of play as we now go into halftime here. We'll take a break. It's 2-0. Check that. Yeah, it's 2-0 in favor of Duluth here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Be back in a moment.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Go Promo is your go-to for custom apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla at justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded. All right, welcome back. We're at halftime here, and the Duluth FC Bluegreens lead the Dakota Fusion 2-0 here on the scoreboard. And I think I announced Keegan Chasty as the first goal scorer. It was actually scored by James Westfield, and that made it 1-0. And then Sydney Warden scored to make it 2-0. So apologies for the misidentification there. We want to thank our Duluth fans for guiding us in the right direction there. So thank you very much. Once again, Corey, Candace watching, Nicholas from Yuma, Arizona watching. We want to thank you for watching. Also, Corey, I'm assuming from the Duluth area watching. And Madison for watching as well, and thank you so much for commenting. And once again, we got on the game with this game a little bit later as the 2:00 football game played here at Jim Goda Stadium went a little bit later than expected, which caused the women's game to get started a little bit after 5 p.m. and then that caused the men's game to get started about 15 minutes late at about 7:15. So we want to thank you for standing by and being patient, and thank you just for everything, simply for watching. We certainly appreciate it. So once again, first goal scored by James Westfield. So first goal scored by James Westfield, second goal scored by Sydney Warden. And with that, we'll take a break, and we'll come back with the second half right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Be right back.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
It was like you can't even describe it. Like I always tell people who don't have kids, it's like your heart running outside of your body. It's just incredible. Like, you made this little human and you do everything you can to protect them.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, welcome back as we get ready to go in the second half of play here. And a 2-0 lead for the Duluth Bluegreens. Also want to say hi to Audrey from Canada cheering on the Dakota Fusion, as well as Megan watching from United Kingdom. Excellent. And she says, come on, Fusion. A little power, a muscle flex is the word I was looking for there. So we got our camera set correctly here, and All right, got things set up for the second half here. Now we can get back on the microphone. So once again, to recap the first half, James Westfield scoring the first goal to make it 1-0. Sydney Warden scoring the second goal to make it 2-0. And that's where we sit right now here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard here at Jim Goda Stadium in Moorhead, Minnesota, home of the Moorhead Spuds, who are a pretty successful athletic program. I think their lacrosse team either won or placed second in the state championship game. I know their football teams had tremendous success over the years as well. We have a couple of soccer programs on the boys and girls side, and basketball team, previous success, struggled the last couple seasons, but overall a pretty good athletic department here at Moorhead High School. And of course, Spuds TV always there and usually in the spot that we're at here to broadcast all those Spuds games. And they have always been accommodating to us at Magnitude, and we've always been accommodating to them. And whenever they can't carry a Spuds game, or they allow us to come in and take their place. So, but we allow them the primary Spuds coverage, and we'll pick up whatever they can. So, and then in the summertime, it's all Magnitude. So, at least this summer, they're taking a break from what I was told from one of my friends at Spuds TV. And a nice save there by Brendan Daly. That'll be a shot for the Fusion. So once again, Duluth in the blue and green, hence why they're called the Bluegreens. Moving from left to right on your screen, and Dakota Fusion moving from right to left. Or no, I flipped that around. Dakota Fusion moving from left to right, Duluth moving right to left, and a whistle. And it looks like we're gonna have a maybe. It looked like he reached into his pocket, but no card on the play. It looked like he reached into his pocket, like he was gonna pull out a card aggressively there, but he will decide not to. That loud screeching, if you're wondering what it is, it's the brakes for a train, and the train tracks are immediately behind the press box here, so there's not a whole lot I can do about that. But just wanted to let you know what that was. So usually the train just, I don't want to use the word drives, but just goes by and they don't actually stop. It sounds like the brakes of a train. That free kick will be curved into the hands of Mateus Bright, the Fusion goalie. Selleck will get it up. I believe that's a Daci on the far side. And now they'll get it onto the foot here of Diaz. And Diaz will momentarily keep control of it, but nobody there but blue and green jerseys. So Duluth able to take it back as they advance it up to midfield. And some nice footwork / dribbling work there. Ooh, and that was a bit aggressive and maybe unneeded, but oh, and now I'm wondering here if Warden might get a card for the retaliation. Abbas Ajabadi kind of aggressively took him down, and I will agree, it was not needed. It was uncalled for. And then it appeared as if Abbas Ajabadi was kind of given a body gesture that he was sorry, and then Sydney Warden wasn't accepting his apology and just came after him right there, and that would draw the whistle. And no cards handed out, just a verbal warning saying, hey, get it together, guys, and let's play some soccer type of a deal. But Once again, hopefully you can hear my voice over the train in the background there as Aaron Pike, who had the captain's armband on in the first half, comes back into play here in half number 2. Looks like we'll have a substitution for Duluth, and that'll be Danny Torres coming in for Duluth.
Subbing into the game for Duluth, number 8, Danny Torres.
And that was an unintentional handball. They're going to let play continue, I guess, as Diaz will pass it over to the far side, and now the Fusion trying to set something up from that far side. Centering pass comes back in. I believe that was Runsveld who got a foot on it there, and it'll deflect off to the right side of the goal as Daly, will come out, and now he'll decide to pick it up here, and he'll allow his teammates to get down the field here. So he'll bounce it once and bounce it twice, and he'll get ready to put his foot on it here. And he does just that. Nice long kick over midfield, and a couple touches later goes out of bounds for another Duluth throw-in. So basically, they gain about 50 yards of field on that kick by Daly. And now that's Condone. And that ball will get loose. Fusion will touch up on it. High arcing ball coming down. Duluth controls it. Spinning around here on the near sideline is Caleb Tammy, and Tammy will see that ball go into the feet of the Fusion, and that'll be a foul. I have a feeling that if Warden goes back and looks at video of this game, that he wouldn't be upset with that foul. So, because from my vantage point, it was 100% the right call from the official. So. I believe that's Adachi touching up on it on the far side. Sends it in, Aaron Pike, and a nice sliding foot save there by Daly. Daly doing some excellent goaltending here for the Bluegreens in between the I wanted to say in between the pipes, but that's more of a hockey term. In between the post, let's just say in net or in goal. Sent in by Pike, headed around, tapped on, and the shot was deflected there. The shot off the foot of Nicholas Sullivan, number 5, who must have checked in during halftime for the Fusion, because I didn't see him check in at any other point. And I believe that's Selleck on the ball on the far side. Runsville back to Selleck. Little push off the ball there, and they'll work it inside for Warden, who scored the second goal. Warden will pass it along to, I believe that's number 10, and if it is, it's Ryan Lewis. And now the Fusion will come back. Up the near side, racing after it there is Aaron Pike. And Pike will see that one go out of bounds off the foot of Alexander Pike. So that's an interesting matchup there. Aaron Pike, Alexander Pike, maybe Alex Pike for short, but either way, they both start with an A. And that one could get confusing quick if I don't pay attention. So I don't want to start calling the Duluth player Aaron and the Dakota Fusion player Alex. So that one's deflected out of bounds. That should be a corner kick here for the Fusion as Nicholas Sullivan tried to send it in across the face of the goal, but it was deflected out defensively by the Duluth defense over the end line. And it'll be a near side corner kick. I believe it's Adachi who's taking it. Can't see his jersey number, but I recognize his hairstyle. So that's one way I can tell who has the ball. So we enter into the 58th minute of play now here in the second half. Still a 2-0 lead. No goals scored in the second half, all in the first half. And I looked down, looked up, and I saw a Duluth player on top of a Fusion player, but nothing more than a foul. And play will continue, apparently. And there's a little hand checking there, I guess you could call it, and that'll result in a free kick for the Fusion, as that free kick will come about 51 yards out from the goal. It appears Runsveld is taking it. Can't quite tell. If he'll give me a peek of his jersey number, I could probably confirm, but I think it's Runsveld. And it was, maybe it wasn't. Well, what? Yes, it was Runsveld. I should just go with my gut. And Runsveld's free kick will be grabbed out of the air by Daly. And Daly will boot it back the other way, and this one even further than his last boot. That one going a good 70 yards down the field. Picked up there by Diaz, and out of bounds there, and a nice defensive play by Sidney Warden. And they're saying that Warden touched it last, and it'll be a Fusion throw-in. And that ball will roll out of bounds. That will end up being a Duluth throw-in. And taking the toss here, I believe that's number 4, Liam Condone. I'd say I do love the jerseys, but the sometimes, like, some of those numbers, the way the font is on the jersey, you have to look at it twice sometimes to make sure you got the right person and so on. But overall, those are some pretty nice jerseys there for the Bluegreens. And a player down for the Fusion, and a yellow card has been handed out. Looks like number 12, possibly. No, it's not number 12 because that's not on the roster. So I'm not sure who got the yellow card. But if somebody knows, I have our chat pulled up on my phone here. You can let me know, and I'll make sure that I write it down in my stat book here. So Selleck will head it up, far sideline, where it is controlled on the far side by Adachi. Now they send it back. And offsides. The flag will come up, and that'll be offsides. Contact after the offside whistle. So it was number 19, Dylan Sumner, who got the yellow card. And I want to thank Corey for letting me know about that. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate it. Free kick set up here for the Fusion. This one will come about 34 yards out from the net. And he'll put it right on goal and right over the top of the crossbar by about a hair. Not going to the books as a shot for the Fusion.
Yellow card assessed to Duluth, Dylan Sumner. Checking into the game for Duluth, it's number 15, Eric Watson.
So Eric Watson checking into the lineup now. Once again, if you're just joining us and you're not aware of today's situation, we're doing our broadcast, we're doing the on-field scoreboard, we're doing the on-field clock, and we're doing the on-field PA announcing. In addition to all our normal operations here on the broadcast. And we want to thank the Dakota Fusion management and staff for providing us with free concession. I've tried not to abuse that, and earlier tonight I got a free Dakota Fusion t-shirt, so I appreciate that. Normally those cost about $20 at the concession stand, so I know it's a small amount for what we provide in exchange, but it is much appreciated. So, and it has been a fantastic season of Dakota Fusion Soccer. This will be our final broadcast of the season. Dakota Fusion have a couple road games on their schedule yet, but this will be the final home game and therefore our final broadcast, at least to the best of our knowledge. And I certainly hope that we can do this again next year, because this has been a very fun time here. Even though they've only got a couple wins this year, and one of them wasn't on magnitude, it was on the road, but it's been a high-level soccer that I'm not used to, and we're used to doing a lot of high school soccer games, and this is certainly a step up from it. And it's also nice to see some of the players on Dakota Fusion coming up from those high school teams that we've broadcasted and playing, especially on the women's team. There's a couple on the men's team, but more on the a huge amount more on the Dakota Fusion women's team. And it's just been a blast. I've enjoyed it. I know I've talked to Eric, both on air and off air, who's usually tag teaming with me on these broadcasts. And I know that he said he's enjoyed it. And unfortunately, we're losing Eric. He's going to college in Atlanta, Georgia. So this coming towards the end of this month will be his final broadcast, I believe on July 21st, 22nd, something like that. Will be his final broadcast with us here at Magnitude, and we certainly wish him the best. Another nice save there by Daly. It's a hard angle there as the Fusion with a more quality scoring chances here in the second half than they have in the first. From memory, they've only had one in the first. I think they've had about 4 or 5 here in the second half so far. But once again, we wish Eric the best of luck in his adventures in college. I know that broadcasting is one of the things that he is interested in pursuing, and he got his start here on Magnitude, and hopefully it was enough to land him a big-time job somewhere down in the southern United States, or anywhere in the United States for that matter. So anybody watching from the Georgia area, if you're looking for a broadcaster, I highly recommend Eric Tianson. Look for that name on your applications or your emails, etc. He's a great guy, and he does a fantastic job. Another save by Bright. Fun fact about Eric, and I'll stop it in case he's watching, and he's blushing right now, but fun fact about Eric is when I first met him, didn't really know what his ability was when it came to broadcasting, play-by-play, and working equipment and stuff. And so we did a girls' basketball game, and I had him do the 2 sub-varsity games, and I had him do color with one of our with Brad, who's done a couple Fusion games for us this season. And I tuned into the sub-varsity game, and I thought I was watching an NCAA college game. I mean, he was just outstanding. So if I would have known that, I would have given Brad the day off that night. But so yeah, he's a good guy, and we certainly wish him luck. So, and if he was here beside me, I probably wouldn't have said half of what I said. But he's not, and that's the price he pays for not being here. Some contact there, and I think that was a show of sportsmanship between those two. A little pat on the back, but. So if you're in the Fargo-Moorhead area or even the Barnesville area, you're interested in doing some camera work, scoreboard, or even play-by-play, email us, msportsnetlive@gmail.com. We are hiring right now, and we are in need of some announcers and some camera operators and some scoreboard operators. The ones we have are great. They do a fantastic job, and we just need a few more so that we can provide a full crew at each of our game broadcasts and allow others to take the time off they need. Like, for example, Eric today, who needed to go to a wedding. So I said, hey, don't come to the game, go to the wedding. I can do it myself, even though it's a little bit harder, but. Abbas Ajabadi will touch up on it now, and he'll send it up over midfield. Fusion will control it, work it to the near sideline there for Yamazaki. And some nice action there, and another opportunity as there's a little double header action there going there. And Pasco for the Fusion was the closest Fusion player available to possibly make a play on that one, and that could possibly go into the books as another quality scoring chance for the Fusion. But quality goalie play as well from Dowley has eliminated the possibility on all those scoring chances. Dowley, a fantastic goalie, and Duluth is one of the teams, and I've done my best to kind of study up on all the opponents for the Fusion this year, but Duluth is one of the teams that I have not had a chance to do that with. And what I've seen here, what I've seen here today has been absolutely fantastic. And now a yellow card has been assessed to Daniel Diaz. Now result in a free kick here for Duluth.
Yellow card assessed to the Fusion's number 3, Daniel Diaz.
So play will continue now as we enter the 71st minute of play. I would imagine if the score remains 2-0 that we won't have a whole lot of stoppage time here in the second half, but there's still a good 19 minutes and change to play here in the second half. So we'll see if the Fusion can chip away at the lead, or if the Bluegreens can add to their 2-0 lead. As the Fusion player wanted a handball, wouldn't get it. And now it's booted all the way down to the other end. Defensively, we need back there to Brendan Daly. And Daly will pick it up and boot it away to the far sideline. On the near side here, Condon putting his hands up saying, hey, there's nobody within 20 yards of me, give me the ball. And we'll see if Daly will do that. No, he'll flip it back out to the far side. And a whistle and a free kick coming up, and I think he's digging into his pocket. It's another yellow card, and this one, I believe, maybe to who's, no, not, couldn't see who it was against. Oh, it was against Duluth.
Come on, stop!
I did not see who got that yellow card for Duluth, but one was assessed. So that's the second yellow card of the game now for Duluth, and one for the Fusion. All the cards that have been handed out have been in the second half, none in the first half for the two teams. And the ball's loose, and we'll whistle, and let's see what this is about. As contact was made with the goalie, and it looks like Daly's slow to get up here. As a couple teammates check up on him, it originally looked like something with his left leg, and as I say that, he shakes his left leg, and it looks like they're going to bring substitution in, possibly. I know the backup goalie is Wayne Davis. I'm not sure if they'll bring him in or not. Doesn't look like it. It looks like Daly will stay in there, so. Getting word here that it was possibly Caleb Tammy who got assessed with that yellow card. We will put it into our stat book as that, but we won't make an announcement over the PA just in case we were wrong on that. So, but our viewers have had a 100% success rate of informing me of the mistakes I've made, so and that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing at all. So, multiple substitutions here. I believe that was number 28. I couldn't see if that was 28 who came in or not. Our camera wasn't on it, and I couldn't get the jersey number. It appeared to be 20-something, so it kind of reminds me of that Mark Wills song, 19-something. I was listening to that yesterday on my way home from our baseball broadcast in Minot. Here comes Adachi. Adachi's into the back of the goal, deflected in by Aaron Pike. And it's 2-1 Fusion. That was an absolute blast, and, well, Daly has had some fantastic saves in goal, but there was not much he could do about that one.
Fusion goal scored off the rebound by number 24, Aaron Pike. Yellow card assessed to Fusion's Aaron Pike.
All right, so the goal scored by Aaron Pike, and then unfortunately gets assessed a yellow card shortly after that with that contact. I was away at the PA announcer, so I didn't see who the player was down for Duluth, but that's okay. I don't need to know everything, I guess. And here's another opportunity, and once again, and the Fusion have cut the lead in half now. It's 2-1 here in the 77th minute, so they still have a good 10 minutes, 13 minutes, and plus whatever stoppage time. To see if they can't tie this one up. And 1 point's better than 0, but they would love to get 2 and get 3, and Duluth would love to stop them. And it was almost in, and Bally somehow got a hand on that to deflect it. I thought for sure it was 2-2 at the moment there, but that will not be the case. That was something else there, a sequence of plays there that I'd like to see over and over again. Corner kick will come in, and hard shot is blocked and deflected, and now Duluth will try and bring it up. Fusion working up the far near sideline here, and that'll be Nicholas Sullivan. Sullivan's had a couple opportunities on goal, and he's had them all on bad angles, and that would have been a bad angle one there had he gotten the foot on it there, but Daly able to get there a couple seconds sooner and keep things kind of settled down here for Duluth as the Fusion, after scoring that goal, has spent a lot of time on this side of the field. That one goes out of bounds. It'll bounce over the Duluth bench, and the ball boy will toss in another ball, and Yamazaki will toss it in. And a little shoulder shrug there on Jacob Holtz from the Duluth player, and Fusion will control is on the far side. Adachi will drop it back. I believe that might have been on. No, it wasn't Ajabadi. Ajabadi was a few yards up from that play. Near side, Pike has it. Pike puts a foot on it and sends it high. He put it in off the inside of his right foot and couldn't keep it low enough to try and tuck it in that upper near corner. As I believe that's what he was aiming for, but ball would catch the jet stream and go directly up after that. So a little too much lift on that one. And there's another nice boot from Dowley. So 2-1 here as we enter into the 80th minute of play. So still 10 plus stoppage time. I would suspect that we'll have maybe 2 minutes at the max. 3 if you're lucky here in this one. They'll get into Ajabadi. Ajabadi will send it into the middle of the field there. Fusion will control it, send it up in the direction of Aaron Pike, but it's headed away there by the Duluth defense. And that one will go out of bounds, and that'll be a Fusion throw-in. And taking the toss there for the Fusion is Jacob Holtz. Holtz will get it in as sending it across there is Yamazaki. And now Ajabadi will send it up, and coming out is Dolly. Dolly will allow that one to come back to him near the end line there, and Adachi for the Fusion will have to turn away. Now be booted high again. Dolly with a nice foot. First touched up by the Fusion, headed back on 2 headers back to Mateus Bright. And it seems like it's been a while since I've said his name. Now the Fusion will try and put together some offense there. Headed, and Adachi's running up on it, and he has a little bit of room. Adachi, centering pass. is headed up over, and it will stay in bounds, and the Fusion able to control it to prevent the potential corner kick. And now working on the near side here for Duluth was Westfield, who scored one of the 2 goals here for the Bluegreens. Ajabadi was able to take it away there, and now Sumner was able to boot it up, where Adachi would head it back, and now it's controlled on the far side there. I believe that's Pasco on the far side. And some nice defense there by possibly Scott Wilson. A little hard to see the jersey number from where I'm at on the far side of the field there, but I remember he was playing on the near side defense in the first half, so I would imagine that's the same person on defense on the far side. Fusion will pick it up here. A little bit of space to work with there for Yamazaki. And Yamazaki will charge in. Now get it to Pike. Pike trying to make a move around the defender and defended well, and it's actually taken away. Some nice defense there by the blue-green defender. And now it's picked up here by Eric Watson, who's checked into the game about maybe 10 or 12 minutes ago. Maybe more than that, and I just lost track of time, but at some point in the second half, I can say it safely, and he was onside there when the pass came across, but the pass a little too tough, and it'll get into the hands of Dolly before the Fusion could produce an attack. Kept on the near side here by Sullivan. Sullivan will get it back in here to Ajabadi. Ajabadi will flip over to Adachi. Adachi will survey, send it in, and from the top of the box, and it's gonna be a corner kick for the Fusion, as Dolly once again making a save there, as he had to jump up and lean back and do everything in his power to deflect that one out to the far side. So that'll set up a far side corner kick here. I believe it'll be Adachi taking the kick for the Fusion. But once again, Dolly proving why he plays the position, and he plays it well. And that shot by Grossvenner was immediately deflected there. I believe it was deflected by Condone for the Blue-Greens. That one's headed up. And Aaron Pike runs up on it in the near corner, and it goes over the line, and looks like, as I was looking at the near corner to see if it'd be a throw-in or corner kick, something happened in the goal area. And it looks like Dolly is, no, not Dolly, it's one of the other blue-green players. See if we can find out who it might be. Nope, sorry about the camera there, folks. And they're going to call for the medical staff. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. It looks like he's holding his head there, and they will bring out the medical staff and possibly the coaches here to check up on him and see what's going on. We're going to take a break here, and we'll be back, and if we learn anything, we'll give you an update. But we'll take a quick 15-second break and come back here with more of the second half here on Magnitude.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Magnitude Sports has delivered over 1,000 broadcasts capturing all fourth quarter comebacks, walk-off home runs, buzzer beaters, 62-point volleyball sets, and double overtime victories. The excitement is on Magnitude Sports. Over 150 teams from 5 states and 2 countries have been featured on Magnitude Sports at both the varsity and sub-varsity levels. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and select your alert preference so you never have to miss that big moment from your favorite area sports team. Find us on Facebook and Twitter too. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good.
All right, we're going to bring it out of the break there as looks like we're going to return to play. The injured player was Scott Wilson. And as you can see there on the cameras, we didn't intend to put our camera there, but that's where the ball is going to start with play. He's keeping his left leg off the ground. So it'll be a throw-in from the near side here. Sorry, we had our camera zoomed in a little bit too far. And that one will be immediately popped out there. And as they continue to take Wilson over to the bench here to make sure that he's okay. We wish him a speedy recovery with whatever may have happened there. It is unfortunate, and hopefully it is just a really painful kick to the shin and nothing more than that. But just getting a glimpse of that right now. I get a little bit more closer up glimpse than you do on the camera. It just does not look good. Like, I just don't even want to show that on camera right now. I hope it's nothing serious, but we wish him a speedy recovery and hope that he gets to play in the next game for Duluth. If not, return to this game a little bit later. That'd be even better to see. So the Fusion still down a goal here with about in the 88th minute, and now with the injury time, I'm sure we'll see about maybe 4 or 5 minutes of stoppage time, if not more than that. There was one game where we had 6 minutes of stoppage time, but I've never had more than 6 so far. So near side corner kick will come in, and it's immediately punched out of bounds. It was like a rocket ship going back out of bounds there. And that one almost tried to head it in there, but just a little bit off the mark. And once again, some quality scoring chances for the Fusion here. And if they keep this up, they might be able to tie it up in before the whistle of stoppage time, because they've been playing some fantastic soccer here in the past 10 minutes. They've been playing some fantastic soccer over the entire game, but Duluth has also been playing some phenomenal soccer as well. And I think Dakota Fusion might have the edge on which team is playing a little bit better here in the past 10 minutes. But they're still playing, both teams are still playing good soccer, but I think the Fusion have the edge here in the last 10 minutes. As the lights come on here at Jim Goda Stadium. And that'll be cleared away there by the defenseman, James Westfield. Or I believe he's a midfielder, actually. He was just a little bit far back where it looked like he was a defender. Coming in, that is somebody new. I'm guessing he came in for Westfield. It appears to be Glory Luara. Yep, Luara is number 20 out on the, I think I said his first name correctly. Luara. I know Luara is how you say the last name. I'm not sure how to say the first name, so we'll go with the last name. Or we'll just call him G. I don't know if he'd like that. Nice job there by Condon to pick up the possession for Duluth. And a nice save there by the ball boy on the far side to keep that near the field of play. So we've had a play by the official, now a play by the ball boy in the same game. So now the Fusion looking to set something up here. It's ricocheted off, and that will go out of bounds. And a quick verbal debate on who touched it last, and there'll be a goal kick for Duluth. As we now enter into stoppage time, and it does appear that we'll have 5 minutes. So approximately 5 minutes of stoppage time now here, and the Fusion down 1 with an opportunity to tie it here if they can get something going in the next couple minutes. Right now it's on the wrong side of the field, and we'll see if Mateus Bright can get it on the right side of the field, and that's a pretty nice boot. Good 65 plus yards there on that boot by Mateus Bright. Thrown from the far side there for Duluth. It'll be touched up immediately by the Fusion. And now the Fusion will head it up, and they're saying he's offsides. And I'd like to see the video replay on that one. Matter of fact, I can, because my YouTube on my phone is about 20 seconds behind. Yeah, I just looked at the replay. I have to disagree respectfully with the official. I don't think he was offside, but maybe the official saw something that I didn't, so we'll go with that. So the Fusion's showing a little bit of hustle here as the throwing comes to Adachi. And Adachi will get it onto the foot there of Yamazaki. Trying to say those two names back-to-back too many times. Here's Ajabadi. Ajabadi will set it in the shot and the save there by Dolly. So another shot for the Fusion. I believe they have about 9 or 10 shots right now on goal. Only been able to sneak one of them by Dolly, and that was on an absolute blast off a rebound on the foot of Aaron Pike. There was no chance for Dolly to save that one, and with all the impressiveness that Dolly has showed in goal tonight, there are just some things that goalies at any level cannot save, and that shot by Aaron Pike was one of them. Doesn't matter which team you play goalie for. So we are now in the 5th minute of stoppage time. So we'll see how long they allow this game to go on, as there's a little discussion between the official and the players on that far side there. And a free kick will be kind of juggled for, and now another whistle, stop play, pause play, I should say. And now the Fusion are down to their final moments here to try and see if they can tie this one up. They'll send it up. And offsides, and that goal will not count. Looks like Ajabadi was slow to get up about midfield there, but he is back on his feet, so that's good news. Coach Melendez not too happy with that offsides call, and as I look at the replay, I think he has a valid argument, but I think, well, you know, because offsides is when the ball is passed. So if the ball hasn't been passed yet and you're offsides, then you're offsides. But if the ball has been passed and then you cross the line into quote-unquote offside territory, you wouldn't be offside. So now that I saw the replay on my mobile phone, I have to agree with Melendez there that he was pleading a proper argument with the official. But Official's call will stand. And once again, if that happened for Duluth, I would say the exact same thing. I try to be neutral. And that'll do it. The Duluth FC Bluegreens will hang on for a 2-1 win as the two teams will meet at midfield here and shake hands, and that'll be your final score here from Jim Goda Stadium. As that is not supposed to pop up like that. There we go. I don't know what happened there, but that's the camera I wanted it on. Not a black camera, but once again, we want to thank the Duluth fans for tuning in. We want to thank the Dakota Fusion fans for tuning in. And once again, this is our final broadcast of the season. And congratulations to the Bluegreens on their 2-1 victory here. It was a well-played soccer game, and to be quite honest, the Fusion had many chances to tie it up, and had they had been able to sneak a couple of those chances by goalie Bally, then it's possible that the Fusion would have gotten out of here with a win, but not the case tonight. And once again, we want to say thanks to the Dakota Fusion staff, including Sargent and I'm drawing a blank on some of the other names right now. Tyler and Coach Melendez, they all played a role in making these broadcasts happen for the Fusion this season. And even though this is our last broadcast of the regular season, it has been a blast seeing not only the Dakota Fusion, but seeing Duluth, seeing Minneapolis City, seeing LCRs, seeing a couple of the women's team on the women's side, and seeing Med City, and just the high level of soccer that these teams put on the field, win, lose, or draw. It's been absolutely phenomenal and awesome to watch this season, in addition to watching, but also broadcasting. And we sincerely hope that we'll be invited back next season here for the Dakota Fusion broadcast. And if we are, then for Duluth and all the other opposing teams that will play the Dakota Fusion, we'll look forward to welcoming your fans back to our broadcast next season as well. So once again, final score 2-1. If you did miss the game, or you want to see it again, or maybe you had family that were stuck at work or some other commitment and they weren't able to watch the game in full, all the games are available on demand. If you go to our website at msportsnet.com, and then under the on-demand page, click on archives, you'll come to the screen that you see on your screen here. And once this game goes final, it'll be right towards the top of the list there. You just simply click the word watch next to the game that you want to watch again, and you can watch it in full. You can use the DVR feature to scan forward or backwards, etc., whatever your preference is. So once again, that's one way to watch the game on demand, as well as on the 11 sports websites. I know the women's games are on there. I don't think the men's games are, but the women's ones are. So if you can't find them on 11 sports, and it's a Dakota Fusion home game, you can find it on the Magnitude YouTube channel. So once again, your final score, Duluth 2, Dakota Fusion 1. Thanks to the Blue-Green fans for tuning in. Thanks to the Fusion fans for tuning in. We hope you have a great night, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow, as we'll have some potential baseball broadcasts for you here on Magnitude Sports as well. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you later.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.